What's the difference between offers that rarely sell and the ones that fly off the shelves without any hesitation from the prospective client, regardless of the price? One that your premium clients see and instantly say, "Oh my gosh, I'm in." Offers that are life changing, offers that are so good, you can't wait to say yes. It actually feels like a gift. Well, in this episode, I'll talk about how to make your highest price transformative offer a total no brainer. Hey, and welcome back to the Business Real Talk. Let me tell you, this conversation is one that I feel like I should have had a long time ago with you because in the last 13 years I've been in business, I have sold somewhere between 6 and 10 different offers. And some were amazing. Some I regretted instantly. And these offers ranged anywhere from between $47 to $25,000. And the reality is, there is gold when we understand how to make an offer, regardless of the price point, but more specifically, when we're selling a high ticket, high transformation offer, making it so freaking known the value, making it so much of a no brainer that people feel thankful for the fact that you've created this offer. That to me is what changes the game in business. Now, in the pursuit of a perfect offer, I want you to understand that there's three key things. One, I believe a no-brainer offer is massively transformational. Okay. This is not an offer that is a highly marketed, super pretty, all the bells and whistle bonuses, all that jazz, but it doesn't actually deliver on transformation. I don't care how expensive your offer is or how many things it has in it. If you are not driving transformation, it's not the perfect offer. Okay. So, what makes a no brainer offer in my world is that it's transformational. It practically sells itself. It literally flies off the shelves. People are like 100% all about it. Oh my gosh, this is the most amazing thing on the face of the earth. And it's something that you can actually maintain because let's be real, if you could have a complete done for you offer that is killing your back end and making you feel like you hate your business, that to me is not a no brainer offer. Okay. So it's got to be highly transformational. It's got to fly the heck off the shelves and it's got to be easy maintained for you, something that you enjoy delivering on. Okay. Now I'm going to start with something that I just need to get out of the way. I need to rant on is that I don't give a crap how many years you've been in business. I don't care how many certifications you have. I don't care how much money you've made in your business. If your offer is not transformational, stop. Do not move forward. Do not even listen to this podcast episode. I don't want you to even take what I'm saying here and try to apply it because your offer is first and foremost needs to be transformative. Okay. The last thing you want to do, and I'll tell you reasons why, not that I should, because you should know this naturally, but over promising and under delivering is absolutely not going to be the answer to a no brainer offer. Nor is it going to be the answer to a successful business. It is going to damage your reputation long term. It is going to burn you the hell out because you are creating an offer that you're constantly stressed about or you're getting refunds on, all of that crap. Okay. So I want to be clear, your offer needs to first and foremost be able to actually deliver on the promise you are making. That is the most important thing. Does not matter the price point that it is, whether it's $250,000 or $250, you better be able to deliver on that. That is priority number one. And that's what comes first. Now, from that, what I want you to understand and see is that you should absolutely be solving the problem you are the strongest at. This should not be something you throw together because you believe it's going to make a lot of money. I am so sick and tired of hearing about this in the online space and in this industry in general, where we're taught to sell to what's going to make the most amount of money. Here's the deal. If that is not your strong suit, if you are selling something that is really outside of your zone of genius or is kind of forcing you to fake it till you make it, that is not the way we are talking about doing this. Okay. I cannot tell you. And in the last year, I don't know what happened, but I see so many people who used to be like in functional medicine or healers or, doing all sorts of different things. And now they're selling messaging. And it's that somebody taught them along the way that you need to find this highly profitable niche. Let me be honest with you. Regardless of what transformation you deliver, you do not need to become someone else in order to make a crap ton of money. So if you've been told that, if you've created this limiting belief around that, I want you to first let go of that because I can guarantee you, I've literally worked with clients in probably hundreds of different niches across different industries that are not make money niches that are massively successful because they understand how to speak to people based on the transformation they want that isn't what they just think they need to give them. Okay. And I'm going to explain a little bit more detail, but I need you to hear that. Your expertise and authority should be what leads what your offer is in. So if you are, for example, a mindset coach and now you're teaching business coaching, like step away. Let's just stay in our lane and do what you're good at and acknowledge the fact that there's 100% a way for you to sell successfully and make a crap ton of money, a mindset offer. 100%. Okay. I have clients that are proof of that, that have literally gone from charging $197 to $10,000 in the mindset niche, just to kind of give you some background around that. There's absolutely a way to do that. And it all comes down to really understanding the things I'm going to share deeper into this episode. Last but not least, that I really want to hone in for you to understand is no amount of marketing, no amount of you being like the most incredible marketer and who is posting 10,000 times a day, has a huge team, does all those things. None of those things are going to solve a leaky offer. So if you have a crap offer, stop what you're doing and solve that first. Because I will tell you, I've had a client who came to me and she was like, Nas, I'm ready to sell my offer. And I was like, okay, amazing. We got hundreds of leads. And then guess what happened when she signed them into her group program? She had a complete meltdown because she was like, I don't feel like I can deliver on the value. People are frustrated, all these things. And I was flabbergasted because I was like, why did you tell me that you had a successful offer if it was not set up to get results? If you are not getting results in your offer, stop trying to sell it for more. Stop trying to sell it all together. If I could be honest with you, take a minute and build out the foundation of that. If that means starting with one-on-one, go for it. Amazing. Go back to square one. I don't even care if you've been in business for 200 years. Like, really, honestly, I'm telling you, focus and prioritize your offer first. You will 100% never look back in your business and say, gosh, I wish I hadn't stayed and stopped my business for 3 months to make sure my offer was great. You're never going to question that because no matter what, your offer being able to drive amazing results is always, always going to win. It's always going to win because you're going to have people marketing for you. They're going to go shout your name from the rooftop. You're going to have an offer that practically sells itself, all of that jazz. Only way we can make an offer be really freaking no brainer is if it first starts with being able to deliver results. Okay. So I just need you to hear that. Now, let's move into the next piece of the puzzle. You've got an offer. You're like, Nas, I've got the offer. My offer is amazing. Clients are raving. They're doing amazing, incredible things. But I just want more and better clients. I want clients who see the value instantly. They don't question it. They're not wondering if they should invest. Okay. So let's start with understanding what we mean about selling big payoffs. This is the second piece of the puzzle and why it's so freaking important for you to understand how to sell a high value solution. Now, regardless of the price of your offer, this could be that you are selling a $2,000 offer or a $200,000 offer, does not matter. Okay. I want to be very clear on that. I know in our brains, we rationalize that, gosh, if I'm selling a really higher priced offer, it's got to be totally different than if I sell a $2,000 offer. No, it does not. Okay. Want you to hear that. Regardless of the price, what I'm about to tell you remains the same. The payoff, that means what I am getting, my return on investment, has to feel bigger than the investment into the program. Okay. If I feel like I am putting $10,000 in, but I'm only getting $1,000 out, I'm going to be annoyed or I'm not going to sign up altogether. But if I feel like I'm putting $1,000 in and getting $100,000 of value out, and I don't even mean return on investment, meaning financially, just what I'm getting out of it, the payoff I'm seeing, the way that you're solving my problem, that is where it becomes a no-brainer. Okay. So let's give an example. Let's say that you're a wealth strategist. And right now, the payoff that you're currently selling is having an organized investment strategy. Yeah, that's cool. That's awesome. It also feels really freaking small. So my brain is instantly going to say that small payoff should be linked to a small investment. See how we naturally do that? If I feel like it's something too easy or too simple or not something that's going to be revolutionary, changing my life altogether, I'm going to associate that with I should have to pay less in order to get that. So naturally, when you tell me this is going to cost me $10,000, I'm going to be like, no. Versus if I'm selling a $10 million wealth accumulation strategy that shows you how to compound your assets with a complete stock and real estate approach to funding your jet setter lifestyle, guess what? I'm like, holy shit, yes, where can I sign up? Give me the invoice, I'm ready. The payoff to what you are doing needs to feel bigger than the investment that I am making. Same goes if you offer a done for you service. Okay. Let's say, for example, you are a funnel developer and you are focusing so much on the service itself. Right now, if I'm selling that complete funnel creation for 15K, I'm going to question whether or not that's worth it, right? You are a commodity. But if instead I'm buying a automated selling machine that allows you to run a lean team of 2 so you can have 90% profit margins, so you can have six-figure months while sitting at the beach, guess what? There is a huge, massive shift. I could easily now charge $30,000 and someone wouldn't even bat an eye. They would 100% see the value in it almost instantly. Do you see the difference? Can you see the difference between those two things and why one is so freaking valuable and I don't even question it? I'm like, give it to me. I'm drooling versus the other one where I'm like, oh, that sounds good. Let me think about it. Let me come back to it. Let me ponder whether or not I can get this. When in reality, whether or not you acknowledge this or not, and I'm going to give it to you real, your brain, when you're doing that, is thinking, can I get this for cheaper? Is this really worth it? Do I even need this? Those are the questions I'm going through. So I'm going to tell you when someone says to me, I can't afford it, and I'm going to be specific, I can't afford it, they're specifically saying, I do not see the value in it because no one's going to get on a call with you knowing that they're ready to invest in something and then say, I can't afford it. They wouldn't have gotten on a call with you if they couldn't invest. But if they're sitting there on that call and they're like, the payoff doesn't sound that exciting. I feel like I could find this for cheaper. Maybe I'll just hold off. This isn't really that great. That's not that revolutionary. I'm then doing that. Okay. So here's the deal. When it comes to understanding the payoff, first and foremost, your payoff needs to be bigger than the investment. It needs to feel like, holy crap, I'm getting a steal of a deal for what I'm getting. And it doesn't mean I'm getting a bunch of calls, features, and benefits. Let's make that clear. It's the actual payoff of what I'm going to be able to achieve. Now, the key to this is it needs to be measurable and it needs to speak to the desire. So notice in both of those explanations I gave, and you can go back and listen to it. One was very like broad overview. I don't really know what I'm getting. It sounds interesting, but is that really a desire? Right. And it's not measurable. Versus in both of my second options of what I showed you, they were both measurable, meaning I'm going to be able to have a lean team of 2 and have 90% profit margins in six-figure months. Right. Or I'm going to be able to have a $10 million wealth accumulation strategy. And let's just, even if we took away the $10 million and we said how to compound your assets with complete stocks and real estate approach, and that is the actual measurable thing I'm able to see. And then the desire is, in this example, jet setter lifestyle, right? In my other, it's six-figure months while sitting at the beach. I'm combining those two pieces together. Okay. This is what creates that deep resonance that makes people go, holy crap, yes, I'm in. It's when you can make the payoff so powerful that it actually feels like I'm stupid not to say yes. Okay. I want you to understand that. That is the second piece of the puzzle. Now, the third and final piece is that you're giving them an advantage. Okay. I've said this a million times. You're going to hear me say a million more times because this is absolutely the hill that I will die on. If someone can compare you, they will. Okay. Selling this big idea, like what I just painted the picture for you, these huge payoffs. If I sell this big freaking idea, but I can't actually tell them how I get there, AKA your advantage, that's called hype marketing. And we're not about that. We're not here for hype marketing that's selling a dream that we can't actually help them see how we get there because your sophisticated audience, and trust me when I say you want sophisticated audience, you don't want the audience who's buying into simple hype because they are the people who are going to ask for refunds. They are the people that are going to complain and make your life a living hell. And they are the people who will not do the work because they didn't realize it was going to take work to get there. They just bought the hype. You do not want that. You want the people who are going to come in, dig in their heels, and say, I am 100% ready. This is exactly what I needed. Get me started. I'm in. They're fully committed. They do the work. They're your best clients ever. They talk about you to anyone and everyone who will listen. It feels like you're not even working because they're the best people ever. Okay. So I need you to understand that we are not here for hype marketing that brings in the wrong type of people. And more importantly, it's just not going to get you results long term. Hype marketing works temporarily, not long term. We're not here for that. So here's what we need to understand. How do we create an advantage? Starts by you understanding that there's two questions that my brain is naturally going through. Your brain is naturally going through, whether you're buying a $20 subscription or you're buying a $20,000 mastermind offer. I need to be able to answer this. Okay. It's how does it happen? Why does that matter? Write those down. If you're driving, don't, but how does that happen? Why does that matter? Okay. Because right now, if I'm being 100% honest with you, you're probably a commodity. You're a solution. You're not the only solution, which means this is where people will come in and be like, people buy because of my personality or because of me. Like, no, if that's the case, then you're just one solution. You're a solution, not the only solution. That's not what we're doing here. We are here to make you the only solution. Okay. Where people are constantly telling you that you are doing something really freaking valuable and that you are the only one. They are shouting your name from the proverbial online rooftops. Now, the reality is, you're probably being told right now that you just need to make your value really clear. You just need to speak to what you're doing. Make it so that people can damn near instantly know that you are everything they've been looking for and more, and that you provide the exact transformation they need. And in my head, I'm like, no shit, Sherlock, that's amazing. That is what we call undeniable value. The problem is, how the heck do I actually do that? That has been the mystery. I feel like everyone talks about make your value known, make sure people know what your UVP is, right? Like your unique value proposition is, all that jazz. But like, how? How do we actually do that? That's where I feel like people get lost in it. Now, the problem is we're either giving so much information that you're overwhelming the crap out of people and you've now positioned yourself as a commodity, aka one of many solutions, or you're giving too little of information. Talk about these like 4-minute VSLs and, just trying to get people on a call and talking about how much money you make, and people's brains start to wander and they start to question, well, is this even possible? Like, who is this actual person, right? I'm going to bring in that wrong type of person. Or it comes to that point where you as an expert start to feel like you somehow have to prove yourself. Because damn it, if people could just touch, they could feel, they could experience your work, they would get it. They would understand that you have an approach that would absolutely change their lives and revolutionize what they're doing. If you're nodding along saying, yep, that's me, like I need you to listen to that. This is why you lead with your method. I'm going to say this over and over again to you. You need to stop selling mechanisms. You need to stop selling services. You need to stop selling all the crap that makes you look like everybody else out there. I posted this on Facebook the other day where I was like, you're a Reiki healer, but like, that's not what we're selling. You're not selling that you're chiropractic care. You're not selling all of these things. You are selling your method, because your method is what is going to do the selling for you. Your method is what showcases how you get your clients results without needing to actually prove or overwhelm people with too much information. Your method is what makes you the unmatched only solution. I'm talking about true market of one. Okay. So you know that I'm going to say it's not just about throwing together a random method. It's about innovative gap methodology. I cannot say this enough. I didn't create this just to do something fancy pants in the marketing world. I wanted to be able to revolutionize how experts were able to communicate their massive value by solving gaps in the market. Okay. We are completely changing the game. This is what's going to create crystal clarity, complete confidence, knowing the value that working with you is unmatched. There is zero other options out there. Because guess what? Then you can charge whatever the heck you want. Trust me, I have had clients who go from selling $600 offers to selling $60,000 offers, no joke. It literally removes the hesitation of your brain saying, can I charge this? But also the hesitation from your prospective client saying, is this even worth it? Right? People will happily pay because they feel like you're a gift, you're heaven sent. You're the only way they know to believe that they can get that result. They know that. So, how the heck do we do this? Number one, understanding the gap. Okay. There are far too many of you out there just like throwing stuff out there without doing the research, without understanding the market, without knowing your competitors, without knowing what people are needing, what's not working. It starts there. Okay. We do such a deep dive on this because this is where we finally figure out what we're solving for. Not only does this make your marketing and sales easier, but it also makes it where you can create innovation in a space, because guess what? Cirque du Soleil understood the gap in the market space was having acrobatics and really beautiful showcases that didn't include animals that were geared towards business people. They understood that. Just like Netflix understood that people got sick and tired of paying late fees and they wanted a better way. They didn't need to know how, they just knew that they wanted a better way. They were sick of that. It is your job as the business owner to understand that gap. If you do not understand that gap, that is priority number one in this process. Okay. Number two, solving the known and unknown or unseen problems. Here's the reality: most people come to me with known problems. 99% of the time, it's I need more leads or I need to automate something. Literally, those are the two most biggest things that people come to me for. That's what they know. And I'm going to 100% solve that. I'm going to solve the fact that, yeah, we need leads, not more, tons of them, obviously. And yeah, we need an automated process. But there's also these unseen, unknown problems, the things that they don't actually realize that they need. Because guess what? They are not the expert. It is not their job to wake up in the morning and say, you know what? I need X, Y, and Z in order for my business to be successful, or I need X, Y, and Z to be able to finally maintain my weight loss. If they knew that, they wouldn't need you, right? Like that's what our job is to come in and save the day like a knight in shining armor. Like that perfect solution is for you to be able to not only solve their known problems, but also say, guess what? You're missing this. This is actually what's been missing all along that if you solved, you'd be like 100 times better. That is what they want. Okay. And the last piece of the puzzle is actually creating a connection between the desire and the solution. You are an expert, and I can guarantee you without a shadow of a doubt that if I sat here and asked you, what do people need in order to achieve XYZ result, the result you help them provide, you'd probably be able to spout out like a whole giant list of all the things they need to do because you're an expert. You know the things they need. What you struggle with because you're an expert and because you're so into that world of what people need to solve for is what is that person's desire? Because guess what? They probably don't want your weight loss plan. They probably don't want a funnel strategy. They want what they get out of those things, but they don't actually want that thing. They haven't even thought twice about it. It is your job to create a connection between the desire and the solution. So often, this is a missing piece for people, right? Like even if you've got one and two and you can't do number three, you're dead in the water, right? We need all three of these pieces to work together so that it makes them say, "Oh my gosh, where have you been all my life? I only wish that I met you sooner." Which, by the way, are actual exact words that I myself and my clients have heard countless times on sales calls with clients because it's like this weight gets lifted off of their shoulders. There's no hesitation, no wondering if this will work, no trying to figure out, is this worth it? They're so freaking sold that saying yes is the no brainer only option. They will say, hell yes, and pay you happily, excitedly, because this is the solution to them. It needs to have those things. This is why I am so gung ho over the easy yes method, because the easy yes method was created to create those no brainer easy yeses, right? And it starts with winning the market. I am not here to show you how to compete in saturated markets, which let's be honest, are just getting more saturated by the minute. I am not here to show you how to stay top of mind because that is a long term losing game. Instead, I'm going to show you how to revolutionize your market. I'm going to show you how to create a market of one where you are unmatched, you are incomparable, you're the only solution. People are so thankful that they will happily pay you double, if not more, to work with you because of that. How do we do this? We do what we call our innovative gap methodology. We create together with you your innovative gap methodology that clearly solves for a major gap in the market and connects the dots between all the other things I said, right? We're going to solve the problems, we're going to connect the desire and solution. It's going to feel like an instant no brainer for your audience. So they're coming into your world saying, heck yes, I'm ready. They're willing to pay 5 to 15 times more just to work with only you because that is the only option. There is no other option out there. Now, once we've done that, once we have that in place, now we can automate conversions because you don't want to be the sole source of how you get people to say yes. Even on launches, even on all of that. I want you to actually be enjoying your life. I want you to hang out with your kids. I want you to take summers off. I want you to do all the things you want to be able to do, have options, have the ability to have that freedom. And that happens when we're able to automate the conversion process. What I mean by that is that people make decisions when they have the right information set along the right process. We call this the bingeable decision process because when we give people only the right pieces of information they need to make a decision, they're able to binge their way to a yes, and they are able to sell themselves no pressure, no convincing. They're an instant yes. That is the second piece of the puzzle. Now, the third and final piece is kind of what we started at with this whole conversation, which is you need to actually be able to deliver results. This is the happy client machine. This is where you're driving success for your clients at scale so that whether you sign 10 clients or 100 clients, your clients are ranting and raving about the success they've had in your program. And they become your most valuable asset because they are sharing with the world what you're capable of doing, what you've done for them. They start selling anyone and everyone who will listen. And you're able to understand how you can continue to scale a business without it falling apart. Because the last thing you want to do is have a ton of clients coming in. You've made a no brainer offer, but you can't deliver on that and you fall apart on the back end. I want your reputation to precede you. I want people to know that holy crap, this woman gets results. She knows what she's doing. Okay. That is the third and final piece. You can see why I get so excited about this. These are all the fundamental pieces, the pieces that actually allow you to scale your business for now and 50 years later, so you don't have to constantly be reinventing the wheel. You have one method based selling system that does the heavy lifting for you. It highlights your innovative advantage. People know instantly why you are the only and unmatched solution. They're willing to pay you double, triple, or more. And then you have the delivery system that actually gets clients results without digging you into the ground and feeling like you're going to burn out in the process. So if you've heard this and you've been nodding your head the whole way, I want to invite you to a call. I know that it can feel scary to get on a call because you're like, I don't want to be in a high pressure situation. That's not what we do. Okay. I want to get on a call with you. We call these growth optimization calls. It's you and me. We're having a natural, organic conversation where we talk about what you're currently doing in your business. I'm going to ask you very specific and poignant questions that are going to allow us to identify where we can actually optimize it. Meaning you're going to walk away from this call regardless, knowing exactly what you have been missing, that unseen, unknown problem. You're going to know it by the end of this call. And then if it makes sense, if I feel like I can actually get you results, I'm going to share with you how I can help you do that because of course I want to help you get there. So if you're ready to book your call with me, head on over to easyesleads.com/call to book your call right now. If you have questions, if you're like on the fence, feeling a little nervous, you're scared about calls altogether, send me a DM on social media. Every platform we're at Next Level Up CEO. Send me a message. I am more than happy to answer and just chat with you in the DMs if it's more comfortable. If you're new around here, first of all, welcome. We are so excited to have you. But also, if you just want to learn a little bit more about the method, you want to learn a little bit about what it really takes in order to achieve that, I want to invite you to check out our new, if you haven't already seen it, it's new upgraded Netflix effect training that breaks down how we leverage the Netflix effect to get leads to sell themselves. And you can binge your way through this on demand training and head on over to easyesleads.com to go ahead and check that out. We'd love if you take a second to share that training with others. We've had thousands of people go through these trainings and absolutely say that it's been better than paid trainings that they've had. So I want you, whether you've been through our old one and haven't seen this new one, I want you to go through it because it will change everything about how you're thinking and what you're doing in business and show you how the easiest method can work. So head on over to easyesleads.com to check that out now. As always, we love and appreciate if you could take a quick minute out of your already busy day to just rate and share this podcast. Like if you could head over to whatever platform you're listening on and just leave a rating, it just helps us be able to change more lives. And that's what we're really here to do is be able to create a foundational approach that allows people to scale their business where they get leads to sell themselves and where experts are succeeding and are at the top of their game as thought leaders. So I would love and appreciate if you could just take one quick second out of your day to do that. But until next time, here's to keeping it real.